It's just Bruce, he don't bite. Hello.
Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. Bruce coming at you. Today we're going to talk about beards, and I'll tell you why. Last October, I decided to, that's 2023, October 2023, I decided to retire from being a chef and just work in my shop. And it's been working out really well for me. I can't complain. You know, Jenner Custom Toys on eBay. But I also decided that I wanted to do something I've never done before, which is start to grow a beard. So I haven't shaved since October 31st. I did shave for my Halloween costume, and I shaved my entire head. Everything was completely bald. I went as Captain Spaulding. If I find a picture, I'll throw it up here, but I'll probably forget because I'm kind of in a hurry today. So anyway, a lot of people have asked me about the beard, and specifically the mustache. They're like, how do you get it to curl? How do you do this? How do you keep your beard looking so neat and trim? And that's why I'm making this video. But one thing I do want to say, and why I'm making this video in the first place, is to help out people financially. Because if you've seen any of my other instructional videos, I'm always trying to tell you how to do stuff cheaper and efficiently. I went to the local barber shop down here. They told me that they had a guy down there that specialized in beards, and a friend of mine referred me to, and he's got a beard too. I walked in, I talked to the guy, and base price $85 to trim my beard and get a haircut. And I'm like, I'm kind of frugal. All right, let's face it, I'm cheap. I decided, no, you know what? I'm just gonna research it and try and do it on my own. So my beard finally got long enough, probably around January, where I had to worry about trimming it. And I've been kicking around the idea to go back and forth with what I want to do. The Handlebar Moustache, as you can see, I don't know what it looks like right now. It's kind of humid today. The Handlebar Moustache is something I've done in the past. I was able to do that cooking. I never felt comfortable having a full beard when I was cooking. It's not a law here in Pennsylvania. I just never felt comfortable doing it, but it's something I've always wanted to do. If you go back 2 years on my channel here, you'll see I did a COVID makeover on myself, and that's when I realized that I was losing my hair. Up here was completely bald. I know it's thin and it's still thin. That's okay. I started taking minoxidil 2 Octobers ago, and this is the result of that. I don't know if it's showing up on camera or not, because I don't dye my hair anymore. I used to color my hair. I don't do it anymore. But this is what I got over the past year and a half of using minoxidil, and I'm happy with it. I think I look better than I did before. At least I take care of myself better. But anyway, people have been asking me about the beard and about the mustache. And a friend of mine said to me, he's like, hey, why don't you just make a video about it, what you do? I'm like, all right, you know, and not really my normal topic. But I woke up this morning and I decided that I looked like hell and I was going to go ahead and do the whole 9 yards on the beard and mustache. And I made a video of it. So here it is. And stick around to the end. We'll talk a little bit more about it. So real quick, once again, before we get started, a couple problems with this video. I did it in the bathroom, and I don't have a cameraman, so I kind of cut myself off from here up. But I watched the video since I edited it, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm still going to run it, so it's not that bad. And the second thing is you're noticing the audio problem probably right now. I need to get a new microphone in a worse way. This doesn't happen all the time, but it's happening today. So I apologize for that, but if you can still sit through it, I think it's a pretty good video. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see, this is me first thing in the morning when I get out of bed. That's when I decided to do this video. I'm shooting the intro later, so I don't even know if this is going to work. But I'm assuming if you're watching it right now, it probably worked. The first thing I need to do is wash my beard. And I've got a whole bucket full of stuff here that I use for maintaining this beard. First thing we're going to do is use some beard wash and some beard conditioner. And it's the same as shampoo in your hair. This brand is... It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm convinced they're all the same. It's shampoo and conditioner. But because your beard is more coarse than your head hair, you want to get a beard wash and beard conditioner. And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm not going to bother filming myself doing it. I'll just see in the next scene after I apply the shampoo and conditioner. If you don't know how to put shampoo and conditioner in, then I can't help you with that, man. I mean, look it up. All right, let's do this. Okay, now my beard is damp, wet. I'm going to pat it dry. I'm not going to get in there and do all over it because it'll just mess it up. You just want to pat it dry. You want to keep it a little damp. And then the best thing to use after that is some kind of a big tooth comb. I stole this fair and square from my wife. And it's just going to get the tangles out, which mine isn't too bad today, so we're not going to worry about that. But now we want to straighten it. And we want to get our base shape going on. Simple hair dryer, medium heat. Don't go high heat. It's easy to burn your hair and mess it up. And I like to use this kind of a brush. It's a 1/2-inch brush, helps me with the mustache. And we're just going to turn it on. And if you can't hear me, you got to face it down. In fact, I'll just explain to you. Turn it on, face it down, and go like this the whole way around until you're comfortable with how it's lying. And then we're going to do a little side stroke for the mustache while hitting it with the heat. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We'll probably fast forward through because it's going to be noisy. Now I've gone down through the beard like this, straight, heated it up on a medium heat. If your skin's starting to burn, your hair's probably going to burn, so keep it moving. And now I'm going to do the mustache. I'm going to turn my heat up this way, and I'm going to twist just to pull the edges out to get that handlebar mustache that I like. Now, if you're not going for a handlebar mustache, you can comb it straight down into your beard and leave it at that. I prefer the handlebar, so I got to keep it out of the way. But I got to hit it with some heat, so here we go. A little shaping here. And you see I got my base shape for my handlebar mustache. Oh, look at this up here. Yeah, this is what I look like in the morning, guys. So that's just how you straighten it. Hitting it with my brush a little more. Now this alone is good. I like to use beard oil, which is what we're going to apply next. Like I said, this is actually a pretty neat brand. It's called Grave Before Shave. And I don't get paid to plug any of these guys, but I'm just going to put a little size on my palm, about the size of a dime. Go like this on both palms, and I'm going to put that into my beard. Try and get it all. Use your fingers to get it down into the skin. This is what's going to keep your beard from itching like crazy, too. Now, to mix that in the rest of the way, I like to use the beard brush that they sent me. Standard bristle beard brush. Keep your mustache out the way. Put a little oil in your mustache. And I still had some oil on my hands. Didn't all fit. Guess what? I'll put it right in my hair. Look, my hair's actually starting to look better just with that. So now that we have that, now's where we want to look and decide, does it need trimmed? Because there's no sense having a beard if it's not trimmed very well. So I'm just going to run the brush through it one more time. Now there's one last product I put in my beard. And I'm realizing my beard is still a little wet. So I'm going to hit it again with the hair dryer. Okay, I think we're done with the hair dryer. I can put this away. Another brush. It's actually looking pretty good so far. But we get to the hard part where we have to trim it. And having a mustache, you got to play with it a lot, especially when it's hot, because it'll set and it's going to stay where you left it. So if you still have a kind of a curving up thing, then you know you'll be okay whenever you're finally done. Trimming. Now's when we want to trim this. I just trimmed a little while back, so it's not that bad. But there's two kinds of things you're going to need to trim. You're going to need a clipper and a trimmer. Now there's a difference, and I'm going to show you that right now. This is a clipper. This is a trimmer. Now you could tell by let's take this guard off. You can tell by the ends that they're a little bit different. This one will go into the skin a little bit. If you're trying to shave with it, it works, but not as close as this does. This more cuts into your hair. So the first thing we're going to use is our clipper, because I want to do my sideburns. Right here, they're looking a little raggedy. So this is a number 2 guard. Yeah, number 2 guard. And on the side of your clipper is always this little lever. When it goes up, you're cutting closer. When it comes back, you're cutting further. I put it back the whole way to prevent myself from taking a big chunk out of it. And all I'm going to do for the sideburns is a quick upstroke and try to get it close by the ear and then let it go on top of the ear. On this side too. In and up, in and up. And you'll see that made it nice and short in here. I don't like when that gets bushy. I just don't like the look of it. And then I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to do the same thing going down. Just in and out. And I'm not getting very much because I've just recently done this. So that'll give you your sideburns blend into your regular hair and into your beard, giving you a nice shape. Now, this particular beard style, I'm not sure what to call it. It's got a certain shape to it. And that shape is straight down on the side here, straight down on the side here, and straight like this. So all this stuff up here has to go. In my case, it's not that bad. That's what your trimmer is for. You need to clean that. Just take the trimmer, and you're going to cut a line. Guard your mustache. You're going to cut a line where you want the lines to be, and then remove all that hair. Now, if you want to use a Bic razor, a disposable razor, or a straight razor, even if you have it, that's probably, it might be a better idea. I don't know. I guess that's up to you. But I tried this. I used to use the clipper. Used to use a clipper to do this. The trimmer is so much easier. So we're going to do the same on this side here. Just cut my line and go up. And if there's any little stragglers, I don't have my glasses on, obviously. If there's any little stragglers, I'll check them whenever I'm done, and I will just hit that with a regular razor and some shaving cream. But it looks to me like it's okay. So that's these lines. Under here, nobody likes a neck beard. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. You can use your trimmer, which I'll go ahead and show you the difference. Just put your chin up, straight into your Adam's apple, and then trace that around as best you can. It takes a lot of practice, or a little practice, depending on how good you are. I'm going to take a razor and cut the rest of this off. I just wanted to get a baseline to start with so I don't get the razor taking out any of my main hair. Apparently I had a neck beard going on. Then the other lines is this line right here. Take your trimmer. Trimmer. See, even I get the words mixed up sometimes. Pull your hair forward. Go up around your ear first. I'm actually doing my hard side first. The other side's easier for me. And we're going to make a line going down. Like I said, it takes a little practice. Somebody once told me, if you mess it up, don't worry about it, because what's going to happen is it's going to grow back. I just think it's funny, after all this time, I've never had a full beard before because of my career choices. Now I actually have people coming up and asking me about the beard, same with the person who requested this video. So that's that. Now I'm going to hit it one more time with the hairdryer to get any extra hairs and stuff off me. So that's about all we have to do to trim it. See, this is really hard to do without my glasses on, because I'm standing further away from the mirror than I'm used to. When you go to do your final trimming on the beard itself, imagine you're doing cutting a shrub in your front yard. You're cutting a shrub. This is my clipper. I'm turning it the whole way so it cuts as close as possible. And I'm turning it on. I do like this clipper, by the way. It's cordless. You're just going to go, see, this is hard. Just going to trace over, get any stragglers. I just took a hunk out of that. Take any stragglers out of the sides without doing what I just did. You can see that I'm just trimming around it. Didn't take too bad of a hunk out of that. That'll work. But you got to be careful and you got to practice. As you can see, I could be done right now, but there's one last step for the beard. And that is, if I can find it, beard balm. Like I said, I've used a couple different brands. I don't have a favorite. I use whatever I have. And this looks like this. You just want to get a piece out of it, about as big as the tip of your finger, about like that. The length of your beard has a lot to do with how much you're going to use. If you have a shorter beard, you're going to use a smaller amount. Put them in your palm. Put it in your palm. Go back and forth. And just feel just getting warm, and then we put it on, just like that. Just like that. You don't got to put it inside the hair. It's more of a topical thing. And I have some left on my fingers. That's what I'm going to start on the mustache. Just going to shape it. Sometimes I'll curl the mustache with my 1/2-inch brush. Sometimes it goes just right. Today we're going to curl it. Now it looks a lot better than it did when I woke up. Now I still got this crown on my hand, this beard balm. You know what it's good for? Right there in the old melon. That'll help your hair stay, my hair's still wet, I didn't blow dry it. But that'll help your hair stay in place, if that's the look you're going for, which it is for me. As you can see, 2 years of taking that hair treatment medicine, my hair's starting to come back. Well, that's about all I'm going to get back, I think, but that's okay. My docs will do. All right, doing my final combing on my beard. Whoopsies. That's the beard part. Now I'm going to try to do the mustache, see if I leave it in the video or not. One thing I haven't told you about the beard yet before we go on to the mustache is you also have to trim here, and you can see mine's pretty straight. That's why I didn't show you guys, but I use the trimmer to do that, and all I do is very carefully make a line here and turn this on, and I punch it into the throat very, very carefully. And then I start over here and I punch it into the throat very, very, very carefully. It takes a lot of practice to get it looking half decent. Mine still isn't perfect in my eyes, but I can't do that because I've already done it, so I can explain it to you. Now, on to the mustache. As you can see, I could probably leave it this way if I wanted to. I call this just a soft, what do I call it? I just call this a loose curl. It's staying up where, it looks half decent. I need to trim it now that I look at it. I'll pull out my trusty trimmer and do that real quick. Show you how to do that. Basically, when you trim it, you take your trimmer, go right up in the center, and just can't talk while I'm doing it, sorry. But you start in the center and you go out to each side. Now, I don't want to go too far out because I can't really see what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to do that off camera, but that's how you do it. I can't really see what I'm doing at the moment. You don't want to go too far out because then you start getting into the long hairs if you're doing the handlebar mustache, which is what I'm doing. And just pull it. Like I said, you can hit it with a hairdryer again if you want to, but I don't think I need to. Now, this by itself, that's fine to go out with. No big deal. I can do one of two things. I could take my beard balm and just saturate it, put a lot of beard balm in there and stick it together. And that would look good too. But today I decided, since I'm making a video, I'm going to go full-blown pointy tips. And for that, I need mustache wax. This one's called Fisticuffs Stronghold Bourbon Wax. Gentleman's Blend. Woohoo. If I can get the lid off. My hands are still all over the oil. Okay, I finally got the lid off. It's not as, shouldn't have been as hard as it was. But you see, it's just literally wax. You're just going to get a chunk of it. About that much. About that much. Put it between your thumb and your index finger. We're going to do the right side, my right side first. And I'm going to rub that back and forth and let it get a little heated. And I'm ready to apply it to the mustache. And I want to put it on the tip first. Make it go back and forth. You can feel it getting softer with the friction of your hands. And then you just work your way in through the whole one half of the mustache. And that's a real quick and dirty one, but it worked. You want to make sure the most is on the tip to keep that together so it's not all fuzzy. Actually, that looks pretty good considering I don't have my glasses on. Then I'm going to do the same for the left-hand side. I'm going to take my left index finger. I'm going to dig a piece out. Like I said, let's go a little bit more on that. Sometimes I have to do this twice. If it's a hot day, I have to do it twice. Today's kind of humid, and it's hot in here anyway from taking a shower. But, which, yeah, I'm not going to videotape that. No one wants to see me taking a shower. Once again, we're going to rub it into the tips. Put most of it on the very tip, and then we're going to work our way in like this, putting it into the hair, telling the hair basically where you want it to go. And this is working out pretty good. Now in about 5 minutes, if you don't mess with it, that wax will harden up again. It won't be hard like rock hard, but it'll hold your hair there where you want it. And that's all there is to it. I'll mess with it a little bit more when I get my glasses on, I can see. And that's that. Looks okay for a quick job. Like I said, I'm going to trim that again whenever I put my glasses back on. I left them downstairs. But that's how you do your handlebar mustache. You got your beard going on. That's it. I'm ready to leave the house. Let's talk about it a little bit more. I really hope you found that useful. I tried to do the best I can with what I had to work with. I showed you the products I use. I never used to be a person to keep products laying all over the place. I'd have my deodorant and my soap, and that's it. Now, I got so many beard products that I've tried over the past few months, so I found stuff I was happy with, and it's not a brand name. I'm not going to plug a brand name. But beard wash, beard conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and I just happen to have it sitting here, the mustache wax, if you're going to do this with your mustache. If you're not going to do anything with a mustache, you don't need the mustache wax. But the beard oil and the beard balm really helped me out a lot as far as the itchiness and being comfortable. We're starting to get into hotter weather here in Pennsylvania, so I'm hoping I can last the summer and see how long I can make it go. Who knows? Who knows? I have another friend, he has a similar beard, and he said the same thing. He usually cuts it all off in the summer because it just can't take the heat. I'm cutting grass and sweating like a fool. Who knows what's going to happen, but we're going to find out. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch my video. If you have a beard, cool. Well, hopefully some of my tips will help you save some money. And I know I'm not paying $85 at the barber shop to do this. It's just $85. I can't believe that. But hey, they're specialists. I get it. People want paid for their work and their knowledge. I completely understand. But I'm just trying to help you guys save some money. I have noticed since I grew this, I'm actually walking around, I see other guys with beards like this, people that take care of their beards, and they get to know I'm one of these. It's funny because they just walk by, see someone else with a beard on. Or, hey, nice stash, because not a lot of people do this. It is a giant pain in the ass. Just let me talk about the downfalls real quick, and then we'll get out of here. I have a hard time drinking my coffee in the morning. I cannot have a standard, here it is. I cannot have a standard coffee cup like this. It's too big around. I don't have the little one down here. I have to drink out of this little tiny cup that keeps the stream real thin, because it'll saturate my mustache every time. I can't drink draft beer anymore. That breaks my heart because I love my beer and I love my Guinness. Still do. I found a way to drink it though. I can drink cans and bottles. Like here's my Mountain Dew can, my Mountain Dew bottle, no problem, right in there. Doesn't mess up the beard. Anything messy. I made racks of ribs yesterday for my wife and I, and wow, it was all through the beard. It's unavoidable. It's anything messy, you just can't do it. That's cake, ice cream, ribs. Of course, at home you can do what you want. So I made a complete mess out of myself, but I was at home, so who cared? Ran upstairs, washed the beard, done. The heat. The heat, that's what I'm waiting to see. How much heat can I take with this beard working out in the yard and in the sun and whatnot? We'll find out. If you see in the next video, I shaved it off. We had a heat thing going through here. Heat wave. I still can't talk after all these years. Anyway, that's about all I had to say about it. Leave your questions and comments down there. Remember, beards are all different. Everybody's face texture is different. This is what works for me. And hopefully it works for you if you're interested in this kind of stuff. And if you're still here in the video, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Leave a comment, leave a like. I'm glad you're taking the time to watch the whole video because a lot of people don't. I'm done rambling. You can tell I had a lot of caffeine today. I haven't been drinking. I'm going to fix that later. It's bingo night. All right, so I'm going to bingo. You guys take care, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
It's just Bruce. He don't bite. Hello.